Okay, hello. Praying this stays up. Maybe maybe I just don't move, or I don't know what to do, but I think it should be fine. Either ways, we were just talking about like just the uh, what was it, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords energy, where I believe like sometimes if your heartstrings can get messed up and messed around a bit, that can definitely make your head feel strange. Like the way that your heart works, in a sense, is your heart, your heart, I don't know, it sees differently than your mind does. So when those two can get conflicted, it does a number. Like when your heart can think one way and your mind can think another, and it can just be confusing. So like especially some people know that, and they can work with the mind and work with the brain strategically and work with the heart strategically to like mess with your heartstring. Not like intentionally, but it can happen. So maybe I think it's just what. Is there anything else? There was the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So and you see what I'm saying? It's like way different from like confidence in Two of Cups. So I believe that like you've had to rebuild your sense of confidence because there's just been like just a bit of sneaky energy within like people in relationships, and maybe like you've had to like distance yourself, distance your brain, distance your heart from like people and things that seem to toy with you, with the devil, and things that seem to like treat you as if you don't matter. Oh, hold up. Oh, hold up. I know we ain't got people treating you like you don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like people that like will use you like something, and then just like as like a means to an end, and then like once it's done, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because we are not objects. That's what the devil kind of does in the sense where it's like this. It's a matter of like objects and matter and things that are like physical. So it's like maybe people were just really like focused on you physically. That could be a thing too. Where it's like you're like there's more than just the physical. There's more than just like uh buying things. There's more than just like sex. There's more than just like, I mean, like these are all like great things, but there's more than that. And maybe there just wasn't depth. Maybe that's what you're searching for. Maybe that's kind of what the blessing is right now. It's like you are working on your confidence in self, because it's really gonna bring in a blessing of maybe a relationship, maybe some relationship with depth, and that's maybe something you're not used to, or maybe it is, and I don't know, but it seems like that's coming in for you. Let us look at the last part with the protection. We're gonna look at the protection, clarify. Please, one card for the protection. Maybe y'all should be using protection because I see a lot of relationship stuff in here. So please do, if that's what you're about. I don't run your life, but with protection we have Page of Wands. I like that. I'm thinking of the pages a lot now of like that inner child energy, and when I think of the Page of Wands, I think of that inner child, that that part, because with the wand, it's like your soul, it's what you believe in, it's your passions, it's your creativity. The wands are about fire. The wands are about just like your wait, like we were talking. I don't know if I'm pretty sure we're talking about it, but we were talking about like the how the like that orange energy is like movement. And so like that's what wands are. Fire is orange. It's like that movement. The flames dance. It's like dance is a movement. So it's like that inner child part of you that helps you move. That part of you that moves that helps you move your own soul. That part of you that inspires yourself. That's what's going to be protected. Because I feel like you're inspiring yourself to create something here. You're inspiring yourself to create something within yourself, and a sense of home, a sense of depth within yourself. That's not only gonna like strengthen you and deepen you, but it's gonna be reflected outside of you, and that's freaking awesome. Because that's cute. Can I get something on those Two of Cups? I'm so interested, and I don't want to get any of this like Knight of Swords energy, but I want to see what the Two of Cups is all about for you, real quick, and then we'll jump to the Prism Oracle. I said I didn't want this Knight of Swords energy, and then what they throw at me. the Five of Swords. So pretty much literally the same energy. It's a lot of swords, a lot of mental energy, a lot of mental like constraints, stress, but like having to work through that and learn how to rebuild yourself, you know? You also got the moon. Wow, you guys not only pulled out the Chariot, but you pulled out the moon in your first card. You guys are deep in this Cancer energy right now, which is like totally okay. You just might really be at home right now within yourselves. And look at this dude. He's got no time for the BS, which is correct because he's at home. And it's crazy because the moon is usually not the best, not even not the best, but like people don't really like jump and excitement at the moon card. But I'm talking to people that I feel like are at home in this energy. Anyways, like look at her. She looks peaceful. You know, it's air type, but she can breathe, and I think that's good. The Two of Cups. We got the Five Swords and the Moon. I know that the Five of Swords is the Moon in Aquarius, and with Aquarius, that's about it's about all things weird. So maybe yeah, think about that. And then there, Aquarius is also, I think of history. I think of like the history of man. So you could just have a history of relationships that you're in the dark a lot, you know, and so rebuilding that is like where you bring the way you rebuild that is you build that relationship in yourself where you put yourself in the light as much as possible. So instead of, because sometimes we're in relationships and we don't realize with the moon especially how much that we reflect them. So we'll be in relationships with people that withhold from us, that lie to us, that keep from us, that break our mind down, and then we realize that, and then we sit down and then we go and do the same things to ourselves and then have to take the time to realize and be like, oh, maybe I was with that person because maybe I was doing the exact same things to myself, and maybe I needed to see that. And it's so funny because like you don't see that, and that's what the moon's about a lot. The moon's about the darkness. The moon's about the unknown, and there's a reason for it because you're supposed to move slower. And sometimes in these relationships, if we just move a bit slower, we would avoid a lot of the issues. But I mean, it goes with it. It doesn't even matter because like whatever happens in life happens. But if you have the awareness, you probably should use it. But if you don't have the awareness, then no worries. That's what life is about. And sometimes the relationships kind of suck. But some of these new ones coming in are about to be really fucking good. So let's see what that's about. Let's see what that's about. I'm going to clarify a few things. Phone's almost dying. Clarify a few things. It'll just be the Two Cups with the Prison. I'm gonna look at that just because I'm nosy, and then get you some last advice at the end. So the Two of Cups, hungered. So could be looking for some sort of connection. Someone could be looking for you. Someone could be looking. Someone could have been. I'm hearing specifically. You are someone. You are the exact person that someone has been looking for. You are the exact person that someone has been looking for. Someone's been looking all over. And I see that with flow too. Like someone has been flowing down this river, like all over, just looking for you. Just like, where's Cancer? Where's Cancer? Not really like that, but just like. They've been flowing. Someone's been flowing down a river of relationships at Two of Cups and the history of man. I'm hearing like Someone has been flowing down this like river of like relationships in this history of people, and they have not met a person like you, and they have been hungry for it. And let me tell you something. Have you ever been really hungry and then you go and you eat? Imagine someone doing that to you in the sense of like they're all over. Someone's gonna be all over you. It seems like. What else came out with that? It did. Determination. Someone's gonna be all over you. Someone's determined first of all, you're determined to find the clarity within yourself. You see that mountain, the sun is like you're determined to get to the peaks of yourself, to find out not only just like the depths of the waters of yourself. You're not only determined to go to the depths of yourself to figure out who you are and what matters to you, but you are determined to go to the tops and the peaks and the highest parts of yourself to figure out what, just like, to get that sense of peace and clarity within yourself, to like raise your mind out of old mindsets, because you understand who you are now, which is a powerhouse, baby. Because like, what's going on here? Determination, flow. Yo, there is someone who's determined to wife you. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. Let's get some advice. I see abundance at the bottom. Ooh, baby, I don't know who it is, but they got the abundance too, and that could be in any sense. What do I see under? It's upside down, so. But I do see an abundance, maybe in passion. Maybe it's a creative person or a passionate person. They just really care about what they do. 11-11 on the counter. 11-11 gives me 4 of wands energy, so that's like, I know it's not 11-11, like, it's like, this stopped recording, but like, whatever. Anyways. Let's end this. Get some ending advice and some words of wisdom from the Prism Oracle. One more, please. Whew. That one actually came right out. Underneath this isolation, maybe get some space if you need to. That'll really help you figure yourself out. Okay, so we've got energy. And then we also got a few: energy, creativity, frustration, and sadness. So I'm feeling this quite a bit for sure. So with advice, it's like, if you're dealing with frustrating energy, sometimes that can be like a bit of a block in your creativity. Like it can feel like stuff's not fitting in, and pieces aren't fitting right. It seems like with this, it's like maybe I don't know, maybe just the relationships that you've been connecting to, maybe it's the way that you've been trying to connect, maybe is also connected to your creativity. Like just the way that you love the stuff you make. You probably just love people that way too, and it probably causes a bit of sadness the way that you've dealt with people, and like trying to get back into creativity might be hard, you know, because it relates to people. Maybe just relating to people is hard for you right now. The advice for that is just, I'm seeing purple, so faith, you know, to believe that something's got your back. What did we say in the beginning? My God has definitely graced you. I know, again, you know, if religion isn't your thing, I'm trying to think of better ways to broaden it and give better examples for sure. But you know, you've just been gifted you've been gifted coming through this, so I believe that the advice more so is definitely to just like, when the pieces don't fit, it's sort of like to envision and create something new for yourself, you know, which you're doing right now. Let's get one more, because that is some strange, not strange, but it is some it's like a frustration energy. Nothing was really calling out to me, but let's get one more. One more advice, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, got a bunch going out. Anxiety, happiness, and ideation. Anxiety with energy, frustration, and sadness. Anxiety. Maybe you could be fearing something about relationships, something not fitting the way you want it to. Because I also see with the frustration here. You see how the square, and I was going to mention this before, but I totally didn't even notice it. But you see how the frustration is like a square and a round hole? So I say a square and a round, yeah. And you got like this right here. I pulled these out too before, right next to each other. And you see how that's sort of the same thing? It's like, it's perspective. Like if you looked at it like from that way or from this way, it would be that, you know? But this is from a top view, and this is from like the right view, the correct view we're looking at now. You see what I'm saying? But for some reason, this actually is fitting in. And I thought about that too. It looks like that could gotta fit in. Looks like the hole is wide enough. So it's like if you widen your vision, if you open your perspective, and if you allow in more light, if you allow in more clarity, if you allow in more peace, you're able to see more. So in a sense, like I'm almost hearing the phrase like opening your eyes underwater. You know, like it's okay to open your eyes underwater. And it kind of is too. It's a bit uncomfortable sometimes, but you know, some people can handle it more than others. And maybe you're one of those people. Maybe you're one of those people who can handle that frustration. Um, you're able to see how pieces fit better. And I just think that right now, and you also got happiness too. That's some good energy. Some good advice. I'm gonna read that one real quick, and then we'll get out of here before it's freaking too long. I think happiness is an orange card, or is it a pink card? I can't tell. Hope I haven't had you guys here for too long. Happiness is one of the most beautiful feelings, as if the world is shimmering around you. But we seldom acknowledge when we're feeling good and instead focus on when we're feeling bad. So take this time to cherish your happiness. Really experience it and feel its warmth. And that's perfect to end on. That's perfect. Feel its warmth. Because I was talking about you guys earlier being warm and how you just like, it feels like people really like just feel at home with you guys. So I think that's definitely like the advice. Is to really just stay in that. Because whatever you're doing is perfect. I just think that there's maybe, if there is any anxiety or any frustration, it's just the energy around you. And with you, with not just with you, but with that specific energy and that intuitive energy, that can definitely be a big issue. Just being sucked into the energy around you quite a bit. But you're doing great what you're doing. Just keep that faith and keep working hard for what you want. Because you got this, yo. That's sick. I love this energy. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys will have a good one. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.